Good afternoon, everyone. I am presenter 1. My name is Lim Jai. Today, we will do academic presentation of impact on inflation. So let me introduce to you about what is inflation. Inflation is the rate at which general level of prices and goods and services increases. So what will happen if the prices of goods and services increases? Consequently, the purchasing power will fall. Central banks attempt to limit inflation. Why? This is to avoid deflation in the economy in order to keep economy running smoothly. So there are two examples of inflation. The first example is it takes $2 to buy what $1 bought in 1982. The second example is it takes $6 to buy what $1 bought in 1961. When inflation occurs, each dollar of income will buy fewer goods than before. What are the causes of inflation? Most economists feel there are three main factors of leading it. These three main factors are usually called demand pull, cost push, and money supply expansion. So there are many impacts on inflation. So one of the impact is impact on production. Effect on production will lead to reduction in saving and reduction in quality and quantity. So when the price is starting to rise, the production is encouraged. Producers will earn more profit in the future. They try to invest more in anticipation of higher profit in the future. This will tend to increase employment, production, and income. However, this is possibly up to the full employment level. This is because further increase in investment beyond this level will lead to severe inflationary pressure because price rises more than production as resources are fully employed. My first main point is reduction in saving. When the price is starting to rise, propensity to save will decline and more money is needed to buy goods and services than before. So this will adversely affect investment and capital formation. As a result, this will hinder the production. My second main point is reduction in quantity and quality. So when the price is rising, this will affect the volume of production because expectation of rising prices of output come along with rising prices of input will bring uncertainty. Such of this situation will reduce production and continuous rise in prices creates a similar markets. Producers produce and sell substandard commodities in order to lower the cost of production. Thank you.
My name is Ang Yu Jie and I'm the presenter 2. So my point is redistribution of income and wealth. What is redistribution of income and wealth? Redistribution of income and wealth are respectively the transfer of income and wealth from some individuals to others by the social mechanism means of such as taxation, charity, and welfare. So basically, there are two ways of measure for the redistribution of income and wealth. One is the change in real value of the factor incomes, and another one is the size distribution of income over a period of time. So inflation brings about shifts in the distribution of income from those whose money incomes are respectively inflexible to those whose money incomes are respectively flexible. Last, we talk about what happened to the poor and middle classes as a result of inflation. The poor and middle classes will lose because as a result of inflation because their salaries and wages are more or less fixed, but the prices of commodities continue to rise due to inflation. What happened to the businessmen and others? The businessmen and industrialists traders, producers, and real estate holders will gain during the rising prices. My first main point is regarding the first income group. What happened to the fixed income group? The recipients of transfer payments such as pensions, unemployment insurance, and social security will be affected. This will cause the fixed income group levels losses because they receive fixed payments while the value of money continues to fall with the rising prices. My second main point is regarding the businessmen and others. What happened to the businessmen and others? Businessmen of all types such as producers, traders, and real estate holders will gain during the period of rising prices. For instance, while prices are rising, the value of inventories will rise in the same proportion, so the producer actually can profit more if they sell more of their stock commodities. For the traders, their costs do not rise to the extent of the rise in price of the goods. This is because their prices of raw materials and other inputs do not rise immediately to the price rise. This will be the same for the real estate holders. This is because the landed property prices will not rise much faster than the general price rise. In conclusion, what is inflation? We have actually clearly known that what is inflation. Inflation is a sustained increase in general price level of goods and services in an economy over a time period. Consequently, this will cause the purchasing power to decrease. And when the purchasing power decreases, this actually will cause the burden to the poor and the middle classes. So to control the inflation, there are two effective ways. One is the monetary measures and one is the fiscal measures. So by controlling the growth of money supply, the inflation will be kept in control as well. Thank you.